Greetings, dear one, beautiful soul. You're not a one. I mean, that's just O-N-E, 3 letters, or it's a number. It's a little line on the paper. Yeah. And a deer. Deer are very sweet and very gentle. In fact, there's quite a few deer that sleep out in the fields all around where I live. And, and it's so beautiful. Here's the deal. Own what is yours. See, everybody wants something, but they're not owning what they already have because they believe that they don't have enough and they're not good enough. And there's not enough, so you better hurry and get all you can because it's all running out. And it's really the intelligent person is the one who really can begin to fathom that who we really are. And if we were really living in harmony with our true divine nature, and I was a little standing on an ant, a little ant bit my little toe. I'm okay. That so I was standing on him. I don't blame him. I had to move over a little bit. So our real divine nature, and if we're in harmony with everything, it's always beautiful. That means, the fruit trees would drop the fruit when they were ready and you would pick that up and, everything would be balanced. You say, well, it would be boring. Well, that's what we think is boring because we've been addicted to the mind and the drama and the stories and the games and the this and the that, the sports, the entertainment. It's the mind. It's all the mind. It's the mind, the mind. And what happens is it keeps us so distracted out there that you're not owning what you have. And always in the search to get what you think you don't have, and why you can't find it is because where you're looking, it's not there. It was like that. Remember the story of the man who was walking up the street, and there was a little light there, lamp light, and there was another man looking around for something under the light. And the guy walking by said, "Well, what are you looking for?" He says, "Oh, I dropped a key." He said, "Well, where did you drop it?" "Well, I dropped it over there somewhere." He said, "Well, why are you looking here?" He said, "Well, because there's no light over there. I can't see anything, so I have to look where there's light." Yeah, but there's nothing there, you see. And to own what you have, one of the things you have to stop making excuses. Because until you own your participation in what is going on in your so-called life experience to you, and what you may, what appears with others and such, is the use of real intelligence is to really do your research to find out really who you are. Now you have to know that a little ant that's right there. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so to find out then what you really have, you have to stop making excuses. Well, the reason I did this was this, and the reason I'm angry is this. Well, you could be justified to have any emotion you want or any thought. You can make it up. You can translate anything the way you want. You can interpret it any way you want. You can prove whatever it is that you want to prove, but you know that it's a lie, you see. And you do know that because you have funny feelings about it, feel in your stomach. You have to convince yourself. You talk, it's good business. It's what you learned at get the business degree, because this is how you do it, because the finance is all built on scarce supply, and then you need all this to do all this to make it all this like that. And it's like, really? Isn't it just about trading? Here, I've got, a quart of nice, raw, fresh, organic milk here, and I'll trade you, and you've got some really nice strawberries and berries that you have. It's like there that's giving and receiving right there, you see. When we get back into who we really are, you see, we get back into the giving and receiving. You have to activate yourself in whatever situation you're in, or are you honoring your fear-based scarcity mind and how that's operating? And then you have to make that which is good bad and wrong. You have to do all kinds of things to be able to hold on to what you've got because you're so afraid you're going to lose it. And then what happens is we have all these excuses why we can't be like this and why we have to do this and that. It's just making it up. It was just making it up. It's like something happens and then everybody's got a reason and why it happened, and maybe it's none of it, or maybe it's all of it and a part of it, but maybe it's none of it at all. But it's actually the divine that you cannot know or perceive when you're perceiving through the glass darkly, through these veils of lack and limitation. That is called, what would you call it, man-made programming of consciousness with specific information, data that has been operating for people thinking these same fear and scarcity-based thoughts of fighting. War has always been, poverty will always be with you. All of this is a command. And finding out how easily hypnotizing, you think about some of the Babylonian carnival people that began to take over things, they knew how to do illusions. What we thought were really magic, but they weren't. It's just like when you see the magicians cut the lady in half, they don't really do it, but it sure appears that way to us. So also, sometimes we can't trust our own perception when someone knows the art of illusion, you see. So you have to give up all your excuses because they're just made up. You did it because you wanted to do it, period. You see, you chose to. Now, we have to, when we clear ourselves of everything, of all of it, which we do in the moment, in the now, and we stop identifying with all the false ego, all the rules, all the regulations, all the history, all of this information, everything that's standardized, everything everybody knows. Most people won't do that because they're afraid they don't exist. Because this is me, I'm holding on, there's no security there. That's why I keep, the ashes of my daughter remains in a nice place, little garden area, right there, because to remind me and others that all you do for that at some point goes there. But what you do for you're an eternal being with already a spiritual body that you've been asleep, deactivated as if it does not exist, because shifting, you translated and transported your true self in favor of the false. And then believing the false was the real, and the real is the false. One of the things I like to do at retreats and in mentoring is I help people to expand their awareness. I give them ideas and concepts of what I have studied and revealed in research that blows people's minds. That's the point. You don't have to believe what I say or what I do, but my job is to help you activate your true, divine, real self in all aspects, completely free of all these fear-based concepts. Wow! Let's do that. Yes.